Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some very intriguing things when it comes to some general news all around, but as well some also pretty big restocking news when it comes to Best Buy and other various restocks going on. Now, when it comes to this, we always like having a chance to see more additional stock showing up. We like have a chance of people getting more console restocks. Always like seeing some leaks and always like seeing some other various things too. So we have a lot of things to go and talk about, a lot of things to go and mention, a lot of things to go and, well, hopefully go and talk about. Like I said, we have a lot of really cool games too as well. And this is actually one of the cooler things too. So we'll cover that part in the set part 2 of this video as like the usual news, as you guys probably know, that we do on the channel itself. So a lot of stuff, like I said. As well, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console Controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well, link down below. The Twitter giveaway down below. The Weeble Coinbase down below, and Xbox, and all that good stuff. And as well, thank you guys always just for watching and subscribing in the first place. So the very first thing we want to go talk about more is on the Best Buy side. So, as you guys probably have actually heard, we've had a little bit of a cross now, but we've actually had a few folks now reach out from the general community itself, more so on the Twitter side, that have actually now confirmed that stores that they've gone to and went to are actually now holding on to some additional stock. So, the big thing for that, we saw like the past 2 days, 3 days, we've actually been seeing like a somewhat bigger influx of Best Buy walk-ins when it comes to both the PlayStation 5, like people using the app glitch, so checking the SKUs, checking the overall units, and going from there, and then checking their local stores, or people that are actually literally sitting outside of the stores themselves. So people have been getting a lot more consoles, people have been getting the hookup, people just all around been having a little bit of a better vibe. But the one big thing for it is, it does also seem to be that some stores are actually holding onto stock. So apparently there's been actually a few Best Buy glitches that have been popping up. We've been kind of seeing this floating around in general, where stores have been saying that they have stock, either through the Best Buy app glitch or just like general employees being like, hey yo, we got some stock, but we just can't sell it to you yet. Just be on the lookout, be aware, like just keep waiting for stuff. So when it comes to this one, it does seems like maybe Best Buy might be prepping it for 2 separate things. So as we covered, we actually saw like a big leak of like a 1,500 pallet side on the northeast on the United States, and we also have, ever since then, have seen a little bit of an influx of in-stores like we mentioned. So it does kind of seem like these warehouses are receiving a little bit more, a little bit better stock when it comes to their PlayStation 5s. So as I kind of was alluding to, so the fact that some of these places are sitting on some stock and not necessarily just releasing it the second that they're available kind of goes to show, I think, that we might be seeing another online restock in the near future, or as well, a bigger, more kind of held-on event for when it comes to the walk-in events. So, those 2 things to note. When it comes to big stock movements from warehouses, whenever they show up in the actual stores themselves, like I said, they typically have just been releasing them and selling them. So if they're it's like, say you have 30 consoles on hand, people ask about a console, you're like, yeah, we got some in the back. I'm going to go grab one for you, and you go and sell it. But the one bigger thing is the fact that some of these people have been turning it down, and some of these employees are saying yeah, we have stock, we just can't do anything with it, usually alludes to there as being something a little bit more on the bigger side. So it does kind of seem like throughout these next few days, probably more so next week because it is already Thursday, and although we do see a lot of Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday restocks on Best Buy, we can maybe just kind of anticipate, it kind of depends, because you have to move stock, you have to have travel, you have to have cargo, you have to do all, all the usual stuff, you have to allocate stock and move stock, but it does kind of seem like we'll be prepping on probably maybe for next week, unless some cool stuff happens tomorrow. So with stores already having stock, obviously you guys should keep on checking the in-store. Keep on checking the app for the app glitch. Just pull up Best Buy, type in the PlayStation 5 SKU, go and find out and see if there's any stock there or not, obviously, etc., etc. You guys know the usual schemes. And then if they do, go check your stores, or more so maybe give it a call, because as I said, some people are kind of getting somewhat turned away, or as well, some folks are just now have a chance to go and buy and get the stock. So that does bump up the likelihood as of tomorrow for some restocks. Although, once again, I'm probably just be anticipating more of next week, because we've still been seeing some walk-ins going on, whether it's for an online proper drop, total tech, or normal drop, or just more so in store. We'll let you guys go and know as throughout the weekend, or just in general stuff, as we find and see more information. So all around should be looking and seeming pretty good. So thumbs up with that one, and thumbs up to Best Buy, and as well, always guys, and you keep on promoting out the Xbox Series X's that are also down up in stock too as well. So keep that in mind. We keep on seeing people buying and getting their stock from there. Now, folks, we actually have a little bit of intriguing other gaming news to go and talk about. So a lot of stuff to bring up. First and foremost, too, we have the brand new Modern Warfare 2, kind of like remake remaster, has been officially tweeted out today from Infinity Ward. Now, if you guys don't know, I grew up on this game when I was like, this was one of my favorite first multiplayer games that I really kind of sunk a lot of time into, played with all my buds in high school back in the day. This game, I am so extremely excited to go have come out, and this is probably going to be a game I can't wait to make YouTube content. Like, if you guys don't, like, watch me for a few months, and you randomly are like, oh yeah, I remember Scrubbing, what's he up to now? Probably will be making videos and streaming this game up on Twitch, so make sure you guys are following the Twitch, or make sure you guys are still subbed back over them. But we were seeing a little bit of leaks coming out, we're seeing more information on it, and this is, I think, technically more of, like, the official release. We've been hearing about this for quite some time, and I can't wait to play this. I'm hoping it's going to be exactly like the old vibes, exactly like the old experiences, and in all honesty, I can't wait to go and play it. So this is going to hopefully be a pretty cool game. Can't wait to see it. We also have a little bit of more of an intriguing thing too as well, where we're actually in a pretty big lawsuit going on. If you guys would ever actually want to see more information on this one, leave a comment down below. This is all from Yuji Naka, who actually was revealing that 6 months before Balan Wonderland came out that he was actually literally forcibly removed from a director and basically had filed a lawsuit against Square Enix, which is actually as of now now over, which is why we're talking about it. And he basically knew that the game was going to be unfinished, the game was going to be awful, it's not going to be a good game, everything put together. And even with all these warnings, and even all these like calls and everything else, it seemed like Square Enix actually still went and tried to go and sell the game, which was very weird to go and see. Mainly on the fact alone because if you get, it's got like a cyberpunk issue where sometimes you see them being like, hey, this needs like another year, man. Like it's like bad. Like you gotta make sure this is looking good. And well, it seems apparently that people still just didn't care. So I think there's apparently a big lawsuit going on with that one. It's kind of a big gaming news as well, more so on like the Asian side. So if you guys are more curious on that one, a little bit more of a deep dive, feel free to leave a comment down below. But it's always very scary to go and see this because we don't want to see more rehashes of Cyberpunk. That really it did go to a pretty big stain in the gaming community. Some also even cool news over here is more on the actually, this is not necessarily giving dates, but it's on the PlayStation. In regards to Stray, We Are OFK and Cult of the Lamb that are actually now giving some pretty cool indie games coming soon. Funny enough, as you guys know, a lot of my branding on this, even like my little Twitter picture over here, is like just cats. Like I've always been a cat guy, I love cats myself. So I'm extremely hyped up to play Stray. And we really haven't had like an official proper release date for it yet. So at least now we're having at least a little bit more of a range where a lot of these people are saying like at least it's coming soon, coming up this summer, etc, etc. This has definitely been a game a lot of folks have been hyped up for, and I think some people are kind of curious on like these other various games too as well. But definitely Stray as an indie game is very high up on a lot of people's list, so very cool to go and see. Just have an official PlayStation tweet on it. Really quick story too as well, but don't mind the DM still. We admire the tenacity where Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy game had 18.6 failed attempts to now close a fridge in the game, which has been kind of funny, just all the memes floating around. Now for some actually even bigger gaming news too, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order 2 is actually now reportedly being leaked / rumored for a 2023 release for the PS5, Series X and S, and PC, and is actually going to be ditching the Fallen Order name, so a completely different name. This game actually had a really good reception too. This was Respawn Entertainment's previously confirmed Star Wars Jedi game sequel, is reportedly now targeting a 2023 release too as well, which is awesome to go and see too. Jeff Grubb go pot up some stuff out there. There's also apparently some leaks too as well, funny enough, in regards to the brand new Nintendo movie where it was actually so bad they have to somewhat change the plot and change some of the animation. So a little bit of a side little fun gaming news all throughout the day. So basically a lot of this stuff is basically a lot of these things are more kind of planned out for later on throughout 2023. A lot of the games and plans have actually been changed too as well, and they also want to maybe push more in favor of the newer consoles, and they basically want to go drop the previous gen, which I do have to be honest with you guys. As much as I don't like it, as all the console supplies are becoming more and more normal, I do like the idea of us finally pushing towards this next gen cycle. I really do think it's overdue, and especially with like there being like 10+ million consoles already sold at this point, like it's getting close to 20 million, like at some point you do have to make that next initial jump and leap. So intriguing news to see from that one too as well. And on top of that too, like you just sometimes it just makes the games hard to go make, because as time goes on and people buy the PS5s or Xbox like Series X's, you will be able to go and still buy it, obviously just maybe on sale or maybe a few months later. So at some point these game companies do have to make the jump, and at some point they do have to make the jump to be next gen. Now last but not least, we actually even have more PSVR games on the way too, that are slowly being announced and over here too as well. So we have the Dreams VR with announcing like little cities, Fract, Sushi Ben, and as well Ghostbusters VR 2, which everyone's kind of getting hyped up for the PSVR 2, although we still haven't had any more news with it for quite some time. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of a heads up too when it comes to Best Buy for restocks, when it comes to games, when it comes to everything else, a little bit of a nice split video. Hope you guys never mind this too as we keep on getting restock updates to kind of give you guys a little bit of best of both worlds. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well, link down below. And sign up for that Weeble, sign up for that Coinbase, and all the other various things too as well, tied on in. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching, for hanging, for chilling. And like I said, Twitter, Twitch stream, and all that good stuff as well down below. Do the giveaways, all that good stuff. Love you guys.